Hello everyone. Welcome to the introductory session to the CCA New Student 2020. I'm Melanie Au of the membership session. We hope this introductory session will give you some updates about the Institute as well as how you can proceed to the route of the HKICS membership. So here are the overview. We will first introduce the development of our profession, the role of company secretary and governance professional, our route to HKICS membership, the learning support and student services offered by HKICS. First of all, we have 4 master degree programs that are accredited by the HKICS, including the City University of Hong Kong, the Hong Kong Baptist University, the OUHK, as well as the Hong Kong Polytechnic University. We regard this as a collaborative courses and in short, in a CCA courses. So after you have enrolled to one of the 4 master degree programs, what you want to achieve in the next 2 to 3 years? Of course, you want to graduate from your respective master degree program. And the most important thing is to become a member of the Chartered Governance Institute as well as HKICS. So what is the development of our profession? Let me just give you some idea of our mascot of the secretary bird. As you may have noticed, the logo of the HKICS, there is a bird head over there. The bird is actually a secretary bird. It is a real bird that originated from in the South Africa. We choose this bird because this bird is very alertness and they have the habit to pick up bugs as well as snake out of their divisionary territory. So we choose this bird as the mascot of the institute because we hope our members are alert, vigilant, keeping confidentiality and maintain a high ethical standard. We have a relationship with a global institute called the Chartered Governance Institute. It has over 125 years and its former name is the Institute of Chartered Secretary and Administrator, or in short ICSA. It has its name changed in 2019 and they got their whole brand rebranded. As I said, they have over 125 years and have about 29,000 members across the globe and have 9 divisions. In Hong Kong, we are called the China Division, and which this Chartered Governance Institute covers 80 jurisdictions and have 10,000 students around the globe. We regard this membership of the Chartered Governance Institute is internationally recognized, professional, and also portable across other divisions. As you can tell, there are 9 divisions across the world, including Hong Kong, the China Division, Malaysia, Singapore, Australia, New Zealand, Southern Africa, Zimbabwe, United Kingdom, and Canada. As I said, there are about 28,000 members across the whole CGI. But in Hong Kong, we have already contributed 6,400 members, so it takes up about 25% of the membership. And for students in Hong Kong, we have over 3,300 students, so we already take up 1/3 of the studentship of the CGI. So you can see that we are a growing division compared to the other 8 divisions. So when it comes to the Hong Kong Institute, we actually have our first existence in over 70 years ago when there are a group of ICSA members informally gathered in Hong Kong. There is our formal status. And in 1994, we start to have our local institute status and previously called the Hong Kong Institute of Company Secretary. And in 2005, we renamed it as the Hong Kong Institute of Chartered Secretary and also the CGI China Division. So over the 10 years, you can see that we constantly have a growth of membership. For the number of members, we have, in the past 10 years, we have increased by 1/3 of our numbers. And for students, we have, in the past 10 years, we have increased by 11%. You may see that why the increase of students is far less than number of members. As you can see later on, because our students will eventually become our members. So we look for a constant growth of members instead of students. Apart from our relationship with the Global Institute, we also have other strategic network, including we are a founder member of Corporate Secretaries International Association. This is a corporate secretary network across the globe that hope to give a voice about the corporate secretary development. Besides, we are also associate member of the Hong Kong Coalition of Professional Services. This coalition includes various professional bodies in Hong Kong, including the HKICPA, the Law Society of Hong Kong, and the Bar Association. We hope that this coalition can also gather all the professional services and professional body to give a voice to the development of our profession. Besides, we are also the member of ASEAN Corporate Secretary Network. Although we are not an officially a country, but we are also be part of this network so that we can collaborate with other corporate secretary in the ASEAN and hope that we can expand our existence around the region. So we are talking about the CGI as well as the HKICS. So when you become a member later on, you can actually have dual membership of both the Chartered Governance Institute as well as HKICS. So you have to first become a member of the CGI and then you become a member of HKICS. But when you upon your election, you will instantly become the dual membership of these two institutes. So we regard this as an internationally professional qualification and also portable around different locations. There are two qualifications qualified by HKICS and CGI. One is the Chartered Secretary, which has already been launched over 70 years ago. And the new one is called the Chartered Governance Professional. In view of the changing landscape, we found that the role of company secretary involved more governance as well as compliance work. So the CGI also launched the Chartered Governance Professional in about 2 years ago so that we can better reflect the duty and our responsibility of our members. So since the launch of CGP destinations in September 2018, we have over 76% of our members have already have the dual destination of Chartered Secretary and Chartered Governance Professional. Earlier this year, since the 1st of January this year, the HKICS also launched a new Chartered Governance Qualifying Program. The new program we have strengthened the program which are stronger focus on the compliance and risk management as well as boardroom dynamics elements. So if you are staying in your master degree program, you don't have to take all the exams that we offered for the CGQP program. So this is give you a glance of the program, how we construct our syllabus. So we have a total of 8 subjects there is one elective called the boardroom dynamics as well as Hong Kong taxation. So if people taking the examination route, they have to take the 6 core subjects plus 1 elective, either the boardroom dynamics or the Hong Kong taxation. But if you are studying the master degree, you don't have to worry about the examination as long as you pass to complete the master program and fulfill all the requirements required by the HKICS, you will then exempt from this qualifying program. So what's the role of company secretary and governance professional? So here are some of the key roles and responsibility of company secretaries. So when we say include company secretary, we always say that it is a bridge between the board directors and management team. It's also a corporate governance professional ensuring the corporate governance procedure, as well as training of new directors, manage corporate governance framework, as well as advisor to the chairman and the board of directors. So what about governance professional? As a governance professional, he or she always lead and advise on best practice in governance, compliance, and risk manager. He and she can also champion the compliance framework to safeguard the organizational integrity, balance the interests of board management and other stakeholders, as well as promote standard of ethical and corporate behavior. He or she also acts as company risk manager, compliance manager, or non-executive directors. As you can tell, the role of company secretary and governance professional may overlap, but they are also sharing the high ethical standard and have to provide the best governance practice. In view of our membership, of course, we originated from the company secretary. We have a large group of company secretary in our membership, but we also have lots of members that are involved in other governance professional or other compliance work. So the Institute launched the Careers in Governance project, which a series of 20 interviews and photography with members from different sectors and different experience. So you may wish to check this out on our monthly journal CSJ as well as on our website. And then you can find more story of our members who are now working in different positions as a governance professional. So when we talk about our membership, it's always important that what is the recognition of our membership. First of all, the company registry, Hong Kong Monetary Authority, and SFC recognize our members as professional company secretary to be suitable certifiers and are appropriate certifiers. This is the very important recognition that our members can provide certified true copies to the bank use as well as to the company registry use. Besides, the Hong Kong Bar Association also recognizes our member can direct access to barrister. As you know, when normal people access to the bar, they have to go through the solicitor route. But when our member want to seek for advice in corporate matters, they can directly ask the opinion for the barrister. They do not need to go through the solicitor way. Besides, the Hong Kong Stock Exchange also recognizes our qualification as one of the qualification to be the named company secretary of listed companies. The other two, or you may know that, is the CPA as well as the solicitor. Besides, the Official Receiver's Office also recognizes our members as professional eligible act as trustees in bankruptcy cases. So, after we're talking about all the history as well as our recognition of our membership, so how can you become our member? First of all, you have to register as our student and you have to be our university graduates. And then you can go to either the examination route, which is go through the Chartered Governance Qualifying Program examination, or like what you're doing now, taking the master degree courses, that is the collaborative courses. After you complete your master program or you complete the examination and fulfill all the other requirements required by the Institute, you will then become a graduate of the Institute. After that, you have to accumulate 3 to 6 years of relevant working experience and apply for election to association. If you are at a senior position and have relevant working experience, you can then apply for election to fellowship. But remember, when we talk about membership, we only regard fellows and associate as our members. We will not call our student and graduate as our member. So only associate and fellow have the voting right and regard as a member of the Institute. Okay, here comes to the collaborative courses agreement. So the HKICS works with 4 local universities to develop master degree program, including, like I said, the City U, Hong Kong HKBU, OUHK, as well as PolyU. Upon satisfactory completion of the 4 master degree program and fulfillment of the HKICS requirement, all CCA graduates will be eligible for full exemption of the respective syllabus. When we set the respective syllabus, because under the current CCA arrangement, some of the university syllabus are still under our previous internationally qualifying scheme syllabus. The IQS, in short, required our students to take 8 modules. So when you later apply for full exemption of the degree program, you may need to apply for 8 subject exemption. So you can see that from this slide, other than the distant learning, other than the face-to-face mode of OUHK program, which is already under the CGQP syllabus, all the remaining program of the 4 university are under the former IQS syllabus. So when you apply for full exemption later on, you may need to apply for 8 subject exemption. So here are more details about how you can proceed your CCA program and then to apply for HKICS membership. The first thing you have already completed is enrolled in the CCA program. I'm sure that some of you have already started your study for the master degree program. After that, you have to submit an online studentship application intention form. The intention form is an online mode, and you should have already found it in the information sheets that have been sent to you through your university. All of you have to complete this online application intention form by 31st of October 2020, so that our colleagues can follow up with the necessary arrangement. So by submitting this form will help us to understand more about you. This online form, you have to indicate your intention to register as a student with HKICS, whether you are already our student or you were our student. And especially when you're studying your master degree program, whether you have applied for credit transfer to exempt from some of the courses of your master degree program. As I said, the link or code of the online form can already be found in the information sheet that has been sent to you. But remember, all students, including those who are already our student, have to fill in this form for our reference. Okay, after you submit your online studentship application intention form, you have to register as our HKICS student. So this arrangement will not be applicable if you are already our current student. So you may skip this part, but for those who haven't registered or you would like to re-register with us, please remember the following. If you never apply for HKICS studentship registration, you have to apply it and pay for the relevant fee. And if you have previously registered but subsequently maybe ceased your studentship or your studentship have been expired, we have to apply for the re-registration, so the fee would be different. Besides, if you submit your registration after the deadline on 30th of November this year, a late charge of $450 per month will be applied. So don't be late. You still got about 3 months to apply, so take your time and remember not to submit your application late or we have an late charge applied. We don't want your money, but we want you to register with us on time. When you submit your studentship registration, of course, you have to complete the application form. You have to provide your personal identification document, that is your Hong Kong ID, or if you reside in Hong Kong but you haven't obtained your HK ID yet, you may also submit your passport as an alternative. Also, you also need to submit your academic qualification, including the certificate and transcript. Or if you are a member of a professional body, you also need to submit your certificate to us. As well as when you submit the form, you have to submit your payment details together, as well as a passport size photo for making your student card. When you submit all the supporting documents, remember all the documents must be certified true copies. So in view of the recent COVID-19 situation, we have a special arrangement to all of you on the studentship registration. So of course, you're welcome to submit your document in person to our office or by post or courier. But if all of your forms are duly signed or certified, you can alternatively email all the documents by email to our designated email address. In that case, no hard copy is required. But please remember, everything has to be duly signed, complete, and certified. Or you are still welcome to visit us in our office and submit your application in person. So after you are successful register as a student with us, you will then given a user account so that you can log in to the HKICS student account, and you will find that all of you can find your relevant details and which syllabus you are currently studying in. So after register as our student, you have to maintain as our HKICS studentship for at least 1.5 years. So our colleagues will issue you a studentship renewal notice annually on the anniversary date of your registration. So you have to maintain your studentship at all times during your master degree study and with HKICS for at least 1.5 years. But please notice that you must notify us if you extend your required study period or withdraw from the CCA program, or otherwise this may affect your full exemption upon graduation from your master degree program. So after you complete your master degree program, you need to apply for full exemption within 6 months after your completion of the master degree program. But please remember, completion of your master degree program does not equal to direct election to HKICS membership. You still got a few steps to go. First of all, every one of you have to successfully complete the program within the required time frame. For example, City University of Hong Kong, in the part-time mode, you have to complete the program within 2 years. For HKBU, you have to complete the program of in part-time mode for 1.5 years. PolyU, part-time mode for 2 years. And for OUHK, the face-to-face mode for face-to-face part-time mode will be complete in 3 years, full-time mode in 1.5 years, and distance learning part-time mode in 3 years. So as I said, you have to maintain your HKICS studentship at all times during your study and for at least 1.5 years. Upon receiving your master degree's official transcript with the date of award of the master degree, you can then apply for full exemption of our qualifying program. Here are some important notes. When you apply for full exemption, like I said, each program are accredited under different qualifying scheme of the institute. You have to remember, under the IQS syllabus, you have to apply for a maximum of 8 modules of full exemption, while if you are studying a syllabus under the current CGQP program, you need to apply for 7 subjects of full exemption. You don't have to worry. More details will be provided to you when you nearly complete your master degree program. When you apply for a full exemption, you must make the application within a period of 6 months after your graduation. If you make your application late, additional charges will be applied. So we don't want your money again. So make sure that you get everything ready and apply for the full exemption on time. But please note that if you have graduating from the master degree program for 2 years, we would not accept any application after that. So after you apply for the full exemption, and then we will approve the full exemption application. Upon the approval of full exemption, you will then receive the confirmation of completion of the HKICS qualifying program, as well as the notice to inform you to pay the graduate advancement fee. So students have to settle the graduate advancement fee within a month in order to become a graduate of the CCA as well as HKICS. So when you become a graduate of the institute, you can then proceed to apply for HKICS membership. So when you apply for the HKICS membership, when we will focus on talking about the associateship first, because it's the requirement is easier, I would say. So for that, you have to acquire at least 6 years of relevant working experience. This can be reduced by a maximum of 3 years if applicant obtain a recognized full-time degree. So taking myself as an example, I studied a top-up degree program for 2 years. So I can only exempt for a maximum of 2 years of relevant working experience. So when I apply for associateship, I need to acquire at least 4 years of relevant working experience. So if some of you have studied a bachelor degree in full-time mode for 4 years, you can also reduce the relevant working experience for a maximum of 3 years. So you need another 3 years in order to apply for the election to membership. Apart from relevant working experience, you also need to be a fit and proper person in respect of both character and standing. So you will need to obtain a recommendation from 2 people, which one of them must be our member and the other one is a member of another professional body. So after we talk about all the requirements, all the deadlines, and all the documents that you need to submit to the HKICS in order to apply for studentship or later to the membership, as a professional body, we also offer a wide range of learning support and student services to all of you. So here is a glance of the services. We have online study materials. So this may not be too relevant for you because this online study materials is especially relevant to those who take our examinations. But it is still relevant if you would like to know more about that category or that technical knowledge. You can still make use as a reference. Besides, we also offer examination technique seminars and examination preparatory program. This may not be too relevant for you as you are studying your master degree program. But apart from that, we also offer our monthly journal and e-updates, as well as our institute also have various research reports and guidance notes that has been put to our website. As our student, you can also join our CPD seminar at a discount rate. Besides, we also have a wide range of activities, including the government's professional mentorship program that you can join after you register as our student. So we have a wide range of publication, including, like I said, the guidance note. This is a quite practical notes that are available to our members as well as the public. So whenever you encounter any technical issue from your work, you may try to search whether there are any guidance note that is available in our website. This may serve as a very good guidance when you perform your work duty. Besides, we also have a CS jobs opening. If you are looking for jobs or some of our employers are recruiting, you can also find some of the vacancy and job ad here. Besides, we also offer a wide range of activities, including the mentorship program I just mentioned. We also have community service. We have fun and interest group event as well as student gatherings. Although in view of the COVID-19, most of the activities are arranged in the online mode, but we still look forward to your active involvement later on. So if you would like to know more about our events, please check out our website on the events section. If you would like to know more about our studentship, you can also check out our studentship section on the Institute website. We also have a various social media platforms, so for more updates, please like and follow us. Here are some contact details. You can, of course, are welcome to visit in person at our central office, or you can also send us email, call us, or even browse our website for more details. Thank you very much for your time. We look forward to welcoming you all to our profession. Thank you.